got better. Welcome friends and family to that feast prepared with fried oil, and taste the crunchiness of every bite. Remember, with fried oil, every mealtime is
savior in rural banking.
Now, Flora Kids is also here, and get ready for big smiles in this small packet-sized package. From your colorful characters to playful patterns, Flora Kids tissue turn wiping into a magical experience. Now soft, gentle, and so convenient, they are perfect for cleaning and wiping. Now keep them in your pocket, your backpack, or your lunchbox, and let the cleanup fun begin. Experience the magic of cleanliness with Flora Kids tissues.
We say a very big thank you also to Dunamis Plus, which is your home of quality, customized, original, and affordable furniture from Turkey. We provide schools, churches, hospitals, homes, offices, and more with PVC interior and exterior security doors, waterproof doors, bulletproof doors, and fireproof doors as well. For wardrobes, bed stands, makeup stands, mirrors, and its accessories, come to Dunamis Plus. You can locate us at Amojo Atinga Junction off the Lameta Road, Tanoso opposite the Catholic Church, and Bromo close to Casperry Factory.
Now, there is nothing tastier than Top Choco spread on bread, and also the Top Choco 3-in-1 chocolate drink, which is a delicious chocolate drink that combines the great taste of cocoa, milk, and sugar produced right here in Ghana. All you need to do is to just add hot water if you want it hot, and if you want it cold, you need to also add cold water. It's as simple as that. Now we have also introduced the latest addition to our family, which is the Top Choco Choco Cup. It is suitable for everyone and definitely a crowd pleaser. Grab one today in any shop near you.
We encourage you to get into the digital transformational world by enrolling at the Premium World Class Institution for Science, Technology, Engineering, Arts and Mathematics Education, which is Academic City University. Develop your entrepreneurial and leadership niche at the first university in Africa to offer a degree in artificial intelligence and robotics engineering. You can register at acity.edu.gh.
Now let's say a big thank you also to Trade Rains Chemists, because they are the producers of the most effective anti-malarial drug, which is the Tramatem tablet, which is an antihistamine-based combination product for the treatment of malaria. Now Tramatem tablet contains artemether and lumefantrine. Now the 24 blister pack of Tramatem tablets is a 6-food dose course treatment. Now it has been approved by the FDA, but do consult your doctor if symptoms remain after 3 days.
Is your car experiencing electrical and mechanical faults? Do you want your air conditioners repaired at the best price? Kumasi Auto Detail is here for you. Our experienced engineers provide you with quality general repairs, injection services, tire services, engine and gearbox management, vacuuming, AC gas refilling, and flushing, as well as computer diagnostics. We order and deliver your car parts from outside within a week. So just relax and watch your car being fixed at our serene reception. You can locate Kumasi Auto Detail opposite Unity Oil, Malcolm Road, Durban, next to Innes Hybrid High School. You can email us at kumasiautodetail@yahoo.com.
We'll be crossing over to Uncle David again in the auditorium, but before we do that, we'd also like to say thank you to ITEL. ITEL is presenting the most sleek, slim, and affordable ITEL P40 phones with a long-lasting battery. Now, ITEL P40 gives you the clearest sound, sharpest images, videos, and files. Grab an ITEL P40 today and enjoy 12 gig from Vodafone for 6 months. We also have tablets for kids, teens, and adults for learning. ITEL phones are available in any mobile phone shop near you. ITEL P40, power always on.
Thank you so much, Patricia David. Over to you.
Oh, Charlie, guys, I'm sure you can put your hands together for that. Yeah, thank you, Becca and Patricia. So we began the 2023 edition of the Love FM High School Debate yesterday. And yesterday we had a battle between OKS and OT. At the end of the day, OKS beat OT. All right? This afternoon, the contest is going to be between Prempeh College and Manfor. And Manfor. And of course, the Rich School 1966. The Rich School. Well, the motion for this afternoon's debate is women should pay less income tax than men. Well, Prempeh College, they afford the motion, and the Rich School 30 years and is still in active service. Ladies and gentlemen, Judge 1, Dr. Mrs. Oku. We have another judge with us this afternoon. He goes by the name Professor Anthony Kofi Osei-Fosu, and he's an associate professor in economics at the Department of Economics, KNUST. He also holds a PhD in economics, and he is a former HOD. Ladies and gentlemen, Professor Anthony Kofi Osei-Fosu. Many people refer to him as OFAC. So when you go to KNUST, just say OFAC and you see him. All right, so now our lead judge. He's right here with us as well. His name is Dr. Peter Arthur, Department of English, KNUST. Now, he's a former head of Department of English and former head of the Department of Language and Communication Sciences, KNUST. He's our lead judge, ladies and gentlemen. Please show him some love. Dr. Peter Arthur. Now, Doc, once you're standing, don't sit, come onto the podium. Because this year, we've done a few changes. And so, Prof has the rules of engagement. He's going to run us through the rules of engagement so that at least we'll all understand what is required of the debaters, so that when the scoring is done, we'll all be at the same level. One more time, a round of applause for Dr. Peter Arthur as he runs us through the rules of engagement.
Thank you, David. I will go straight. We've made certain changes. The first one has got to do with the time. The principal speaker is now having 10 minutes, and he is going to develop 5 points. 5 points. And then the supporting speaker is having 7 minutes, and he is going to develop 3 points. And then we have 3 judges. This time, if 2 of them are for a particular school, that's who wins. I repeat, if 2 judges score for a particular school, it doesn't matter what the other one is saying, that's who wins. And this time, whenever they collect the marks, they will come back to the judges for certification before they come for the announcement. All right. Now, let me go into the details. We have 5 aspects: organization and clarity, argument and development, effective use of rebuttal, presentation style, and role as a particular debater. With organization, we are talking about the way you start, the way you give background to what you are going to see about the point, and the way you supply the thesis, you provide the thesis for what you're going to say. We're going to look at that. And then how you develop. How you develop has got to do with how you raise your topic sentence. Wherever it is, that is your business. But it is your business to make us know that this is my main point. Because if you don't, you will lose the mark for that. So your transition must be working. Additional transition, adversative transition, that is the opposite. Everything should be. Because there must be transition so that we have one thought that is linked to the other and the whole thing becomes a whole. Then we go to argument and development. Somebody is speaking, you are listening. Listen to the gaps. Take advantage of the gaps. Explain and prove to us why it is a gap. And if you can supply the answer, that will be very good. Then we go to presentational style. This has got to do with the way you present yourself, the way you use the stage, the way you use your voice, the way you use your body language. And then we have the role as a particular speaker. You must speak as a first speaker if you are the first speaker, second speaker if you are the second speaker. Now I go into the maths. For organization and clarity, the first speaker is scoring 15, the second speaker is scoring 10, and then the summary is 5. Argument and development, 15 for the first speaker, 10 for the second speaker, and then 5 for the summary. Effective use of rebuttal. You have nothing for the first speaker, but it means that the first speaker and the second speaker are sharing only 10 marks there. Summary, 5 for you. And then you have presentational style, 8 for the first speaker, 5 for the second speaker, and 2 for the summary. And role as a particular speaker, you have 5 for the first speaker, 3 for the second speaker, and then 2 for the summary. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm done.
Please, one more time, show him some love for me. Dr. Peter Arthur. Great job done. So now we know that we've increased the time from 7 minutes for the principal speaker to 10. But the point is, if they're on the podium and they're doing their thing, their attention, their concentration is on their delivery. So we need somebody who will be keeping the time for them. So we have an accurate timekeeper in the person of King Davis. Show him some love, please. A round of applause for him. Now, what it is this. Now, when you have 2 more minutes to go on your time, whether you're the principal speaker or the supporting speaker, if you have 2 minutes to go, he would have let you by doing this. So then you take notes and you know that you have 2 minutes to go. Now, if your time is entirely up, again, he would. The bell is even coughing. Alright, so we're live on radio on Love 99.5. Please tune in. Tell some friends to tune into radio and listen to Love 99.5. We're on television, on the Joy Learning, on multi-TV. We're on Facebook. That's where my interest is. Tell people to tune in or to join us on Facebook. Let's get interactive. In a bit, the debaters will be mounted the podium. They will be starting their debate. So when they are debating, whatever excites you, drop a comment on Facebook. Patricia and Becca will be reading out your comments later. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for us to start the competition proper. Amount for? Yes. Amount for? Yes. Amount for? Yes. 2-time finalists in the Love of Empire School debate. Please be upstanding. And what you do for us is that you sing your school anthem. Earlier on when they got into the auditorium, they were rehearsing their school anthem. I felt a lot of bass in there. Yeah, man, aren't they? So if you're ready, you sing your school anthem. Once you are done, then you will, welcome your debaters. So one more time, a month for that is Prempeh College. If you're ready, let's have you sing your school anthem. 1, 2. They are the debaters representing Prempeh College this afternoon. A sign of trust being done by one of the debaters. I'm wondering who God is supporting this afternoon, whether God is supporting Prempeh College or God is for the Rich School. The Rich School.
Excellence, humility, service, good contact.
The Rich School.
Excellence, humility, service, good contact.
Alright, so you know the drill. At this point in time, please be upstanding. Stand on your feet. You will also sing for us your school anthem. Right after singing your school anthem, you show your debaters some love by putting your hands together, and then they'll come and take their seats as well. Ladies and gentlemen, from the Rich School, if you're ready, please, your school's anthem.
She bears the leaders of our nation.
Well, I'm sure that gentleman maybe had some thinking before joining us because of the show. Or maybe he's a cadet head. Whichever way it is, please, let's welcome your debaters. And Josiah Akete Lulu. That's a spirit. Well, thank you. They are taking their seats now. They are taking their seats now, so thank you very much. So they are Ekia Konedu Ebisa and Josiah Akwete Nunu. Ladies and gentlemen, it's now time for us to relax and enjoy the debates either on Facebook, on radio, or on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM. The motion for this afternoon's debate is women should pay less income tax than men. Prempeh College, they are for the motion. The School 1966, they are against the motion. So, as tradition demands, we will invite Prempeh College to start the debate. For the very last time for now, show them some love with a round of applause.
Today, we find ourselves at a very pivotal moment in history, where the glorious call for gender equality reverberates across the globe. Yet, in the realms of taxation, women continue to face systematic disadvantages that hinder their financial well-being and perpetuate gender inequality. Citizens of Benjamin, be bold enough to let this off your chest, because you also deserve the sweeter part of this cake. The standing chairperson, hold an impartial panel of judges, accurate timekeeper, all other protocols to be observed. Good day. Representing Prempeh College, my name is Alfred Akwesi Bresiama, Principal Speaker in full affirmation of the said motion. Madam Jackson, defining the key terms in the motion, men and women, as exposed by the Collins Dictionary, refers to adult males and females who are usually above the age of 17. Now, ladies and gentlemen, pay attention. According to the Macmillan, Longman, Cambridge, and the Merriam-Webster online dictionaries, and even beyond these, the renowned Economic Times agree that pay is the transfer of money or its equivalent valuable material for a good or a service that has been used or to be used. Ladies and gentlemen, fellow Ghanaians, income tax, according to the Ghana Revenue Authority, refers to taxes that are charged on a person's total income, irrespective of any pivotal economic factor. For instance, in Ghana, people in sole proprietorship and partnership are charged on their incomes, irrespective of any economic factor, as long as they earn an income of 402 cedis or above. Ladies and gentlemen, the motion then in tune with this factual establishment seeks to posit that females of age 18 and above should be given lesser tax rates on their incomes, putting into consideration their level of productivity, their ability to afford such rates, and their income ranges, comparatively to their male counterparts, who also consider these same factors for a specified period of time. And so, for what men can do, women can do better scripts you have before you. You can keep them to yourselves, because clearly you are not interested. Panel of judges, the opposition's clear responsibility today is to justify why governments and economic communities in this modern civilization, putting into consideration all these varying economic factors, should cross their legs and fold their arms for men and women to pay the same income tax. And again, if you know you have otherwise, then as fair as our judges are, winning is not your portion to be, because clearly you will deviate. Lovely audience of multimedia, in our passionate defense of this motion, will be submitting a myriad of compelling points, supported with relevant evidence and data, to shed light on the importance of rectifying the gender disparities in the tax system. It is in light of this that we split the argument into two dimensions. That is one, my submission will capture on why women should pay less income tax than men, as my subordinate speaker comes up with facts on how this panacea is going to benefit the socio-economic environment, which of course men are inclusive. Ladies and gentlemen, embrace yourselves for an enlightening and engaging debate. With all these into concept, our premier point in favor of our stance is that women should be allowed to pay less income tax than men to boost women empowerment. Dr. Peter, it will interest you to know that for the past decades, most women live on the ideology of being financially dependent on men. Madam Jackson, it is very evident that over the years, these same women always lead their ideologies into saying that I'll get married and my husband will take care of the rest. Madam Lou, this ideology alone has made them decapitated to the background, making them unable to match up the standards of today's world, as it was proven by ENOC on 5th May 2021, that over a third of women are financially dependent on their husbands. Prof, maybe they don't know this, but you and I both know that reducing the income tax of women will increase their disposable incomes, which in turn enable them to invest in their education, which will enhance their qualification for job prospects and potentials, thus empowering women in the long run. So for you to mount this podium to tell us that there have been numerous ways of empowering women and yet none of them have been effective will be a hasty conclusion. This is because the environment most women find themselves in may not be conducive for empowerment. That is why we are proposing that most women across the globe should be given lesser income tax to unearth potentials and prospects. Ladies and gentlemen, in our second point, we further submit that women should pay less income tax to cater for their unpaid care burden. Race School 1966, it will interest you to know that women spend about 2.5 times more than men doing domestic and unpaid care work, which is valued at a staggering $10 trillion or amounting to 13% of global GDP. Selavi, join Dr. Peter and Prof, and let's take this analogy. Say, with all due respect, you leave your half-wives who are working, which means that they are taxed income taxes. Let's take this analogy. You all go for work, come back home, and yet they have the sole responsibility of cooking food, taking care of the children, and doing other domestic work, which Dr. Boom will attest to this fact. Before I even forget, they have this special role at night where, I'll continue later. Ladies and gentlemen, the reduction in the income taxes of men and women will only acknowledge the significant contribution they make to society. So from opponents who want this podium again to tell us that it is their divine duty from God, and as such, they knew this before venturing into these marriages, will be a sheer stereotype. This is because, madam, if you are to go deeper into the Bible, women are not supposed to work at all. They are to sit in their homes for their men to cater for them. So even the ideology of women working is another contribution they make to society. Need I say more than chair? In our third point, we further submit that our dear women pay lots and lots of other taxes, which makes the reduction in their income tax fair enough. Auntie Becca, Dr. Bongo, Madam Jackson, every woman in this auditorium will attest to this fact that in our current dispensation, the purchases women make nowadays are so expensive than that of men. Race School, do not forget that these purchases also come with their own taxes. We have in our possession a recent item published by cbcnews.com which seeks to deposit that women pay something also known as spend tax, which charges them more than men. Now, prompt me if I've said this earlier, but have you considered the associated health cost, the sanitary cost? Young lady, you should be happy we are fighting for something that will benefit you in the long run. Every audience of multimedia projected on your screens are different prices for the same commodities for both men and women in our markets today. Ladies and gentlemen, penultimately we further submit that from our opponents who want this podium to tell us that the government releases some kind of tax relief to cater for all these costs will be a hasty conclusion. As usual, we from Prempeh College took a trip to the Ghana Revenue Authority where we interacted with Senior Tax Administrator Mr. Ajibin Boatin, where he stated, technical team, evidence.
In my very few years of experience as a tax administrator, I've realized that more men apply for tax relief as compared to women.
Tax relief for women, indeed. Penultimately, the chair, we further submit that women should be allowed to pay less income tax than men because of the income distributions of the two parties. A research material from awardindata.com on March 2016 seems to posit and highlights the adjusted gender wage gap between the two parties. Ladies and gentlemen, here on the screens we have countries like South Korea where 33.59% of men than women earn more. This is the same situation in Russia where 24.42% of men more than women earn more. Brazil is no different, where 15.97% of men earn more than women. Doctor, that all this continues on and on and on as displayed on our screens. Similarly, our dear women are always found at the lower and the middle end of this distribution, as our dear men are always found at the top. Ladies and gentlemen, to our final point, we further submit that women should be allowed to pay less income tax than men to generate gender equity, which in turn leads to gender equality. Ladies and gentlemen, we are never against the laws enacted to govern the payment of taxes between both men and women. What that we are proposing is that the tax system and these laws should be revised in order to suit today's world. Madam Jackson, it is very evident that it is society and other recent societal occurrences that has dropped the incomes of women, relegating them to the background. It is in this same spirit that we are saying that we should lower their income taxes in order to equalize them by making them the same standards as men, and not by equalizing them by making them pay the same income taxes, because they can usually not afford. Ladies and gentlemen, before I even sit down, permit me to caution my opponents. The chair, from opponents to mount this podium to tell us that reducing the income taxes of women is a breach to constitutional law will be a hasty conclusion. Then I refer them to Article 25 of the 1992 Constitution. Young lady, it talks about amendments. Even the writers of the laws of this country knew very well that there will be a time to come that these laws will need amendments. That is why they included Chapter 25 in the 1992 Constitution, so that in times like this, the laws will be amended to suit today's standards. Ladies and gentlemen, the whole width and length of our argument has been concisely projected on the screen. Rich schools, equality, versus Prempeh colleges, equity. Ladies and gentlemen, harassment.
Yes, if you want to do better, feel free. Yeah. All right. So settle down. Well, so it's very obvious that the battle lines have now been drawn. Prempeh College have had their fair share of the debate so far, as their principal speaker has spoken. He goes by the name Brisiama Alfred Akwesi. It's now time for us to call on the principal speaker from the Rich School. And the name is Josiah Akwete Lulu. And he's the principal speaker. Shortly, he will mount the podium, grab the microphone, and then start the debating. The motion for this afternoon's debate is women should pay less income tax than men. The rule.
Excellence, humility, service, boutique and time.
Josiah, if you're ready, please mount the podium, grab the microphone, and start the debate for your school.
Respected Chairperson, Honorable Panel of Judges, fellow debaters, ladies and gentlemen, I greet you all. I am Josiah Akwete Lulu, proudly representing the School of Excellence, Humility and Service, the Rich School 1966, and like the bricks of a car, I stand here before you as the principal speaker, strongly against the motion, quote unquote, women should pay less income tax than men. Now, allow me to elaborate some key terms within the motion. According to the World Health Organization, a woman is an adult female human, and a man is an adult male human. And according to Britannica, income tax is a levy that is imposed on individuals and corporations, and it is computed on the basis of income received. And according to Merriam-Webster, less means of a reduced size, extent, or degree. The motion then simply means that adult female humans should pay a reduced amount of the levy that is imposed on them based on their income they receive than adult male humans. Now, the organizers of this debate have brought us here to solve a problem, which is economic inequality against women. Prempeh College's solution is that we should solve this by making women pay less income tax. However, we of the Rich School believe that this is not the right way to solve this. If we must truly find a way to solve this problem, we must ask ourselves these questions. 1. Will it promote equality? We say no. 2. Will it make women better off for it? Again, we say no. And 3. Will it be practical? And will it be realistic? And again, we say heck no. Now, my first point is that making women pay less income tax than men does not make their lives better. Now, do not be alarmed. The devil is in the details. If a Prempeh college student tells you that making women pay less income tax will make their lives better, interrogate the person. According to the Ghana Living Standards Survey document survey, only 31.7% of women who are employed in Ghana here work in the formal sector and they pay income taxes. The remaining 68.3% do not work in the formal sector, but in the informal sector, where they do not pay income taxes. Now, my opponents, are you trying to tell us that by making 3 out of 10 women in employment pay less income taxes than men, we will make the lives of all women better? Hey, to make matters worse, according to the Earnings Inequality Report of 2023, the government of the Republic of Ghana pays some of its workers a gross income of 461 Ghana cedis. These workers will pay an income tax of 43 Ghana cedis, making their net income 418 cedis. Now, if we do the quick math, we can tell that on a daily basis, these workers are paid 13 cedis, 93 pesos. Now, what makes this so outrageous is the fact that this unruly amount is even lower than what the government of Ghana set as a minimum wage of 14 cedis, 88 pesos. Now, let us look at this. Do Prempeh really think that by reducing the amount of income tax women pay to even nothing at all, do they believe that 43 measly cedis will help women? Do they think it will make their lives better? Let's say that we pay the Prempeh college cook and a daily pay of 13 cedis, 93 pesos. Will 43 cedis make her life better? Will she be able to go to Melka and purchase an always sanitary pad at a discounted price of 21 cedis, 99 pesos? My opponent, we have successfully rebutted every single one of your entire argument, making your argument as effective as a waterproof tea bag. Now, my second point is that making women pay less income tax, wash the dirty clothes and sweep the houses, and men are made to chase after education and get more opportunities than women. This another reason why women are paid low income is because of the causes that they chase. According to the World Economic Forum, many women chase after the arts and humanities sectors of the world, whereas most men chase after the STEM factors and the higher paying jobs like engineering and bioengineering that pay higher. But according to that same World Economic Forum, in Ghana here, only 18.3% of women are in the STEM sector of the country. Now, if we do not solve this problem, how will we make women's lives better? Prempeh's solution will not do anything if we do not actually tackle these causes. So instead of following their advice, let us rather encourage our Ghanaians to send their daughters to school so that they will be able to get a good education and their chances of getting a high-paying job will be better. And let us also encourage our female students to choose STEM courses where they will be able to chase after STEM jobs and they will be able to pay good salaries. However, my main argument is that Prempeh College's solution will not change the fact that women are still paid low incomes. If women are still paid low incomes, do they think that reducing the amount of income tax they have will help things? No, it will not do anything. So instead of doing cost 90 work, let us rather make the government ensure that all workers, both male and female, are paid a fair living wage. Moving on to my next point, making women pay less income tax than men strengthens the economic power of the few elite women as compared to the average woman. As I said earlier, in Ghana here, only 31.7% of women are in the formal sector of the economy and they pay income taxes. So, even if we reduce the amount of taxes that these women pay, what will we do for the remaining 68.3%? We will only be helping the minority. However, let us note, we are not saying we should not help the minority. We are simply saying there's a better way to solve this problem, where we will make all workers get paid a fair living wage. This will help not just the 31.7%, but the 68.3% of women, making all women who are employed live well lives. Now moving on to my next point. Making women pay less income tax than men will breed civil disobedience and chaos. Civil disobedience is a public consensus breach of the law, and it is made with with the aim of making sure that there are changes made to the law or government policies. It usually occurs when the citizens of a country feel that the laws are unfair or unjust. Now, imagine if we make women pay less income tax than men. Some men will feel that they have been cheated. They will feel that this is unjust and they will feel obliged to act out. Many will go on rallies. They will cause demonstrations. And some will even go to the extent of not paying taxes at all in protest of this unfair law. Prempeh College want to change and make the peaceful citizens of Ghana into enraged lawbreakers. Is this really the vision we want for our country? We know that all this will happen because it has happened before. When the e-levy policy was introduced, it caused massive pandemonium in the country. So much so that even on 21st December 2021, there was a brawl in Parliament of all places. If that happened, over a 1.75% increase on the tax levy that they pay on electronic transactions, only God knows what havoc will arise if we make women pay less income tax. Finally, making women pay less income tax than men does not make economic sense. According to the Ghana Annual Household Income and Expenditure Survey, women make up 5.92 million women in employment. This means that the labor force of Ghana is more than those of the men, when men make up 5.21 million of those in employment. Now, does it make sense that those who are more in employment should pay less taxes? This is not plausible, because if we do so, we will reduce the tax revenue that the government receives. Tax revenue is a very important thing. So if we reduce this, how will we be able to pay for things that the government needs to make our country better? According to many things, and even you will learn in economics, that when tax revenue is reduced, it will lead to budget deficits or increased sovereign debt. Ghana's economy is already suffering from kwashiorkor, so let us not make this problem even deeper by plunging the country into debt because we will have to borrow or because our tax revenue has been reduced. Another thing I would like to add is that it does not make economic sense because our infrastructure will be negatively affected. Infrastructure is majorly financed by the taxes that the government receives from its workers. So if we weaken the financial support that we give to infrastructure, we will make financing it even more expensive, and the government will be forced to find other means to compensate, means that include borrowing, which will further plunge the country into debt. Now, before I take my seat, I would like to make some... Thank you.
So that was the principal speaker. Principal speaker for the Reef School in 1966. He goes by the name Josiah Akwete Nunu. And so it tells you that from both schools, both principal speakers have had their turn. Listen, if you're listening to us on the radio, I'm sure you're enjoying the debates. If you're watching us on television, equally you're enjoying the debates. You have something going on in your mind you'd like to share with us. A comment or two will not be bad. So why don't you flick and join us on Facebook on LUV 99.5 FM and drop a few comments. Let's read it out to the hearing of the whole wide world. So with the principal speakers done, it's now time for us to invite the supporting speakers to take their turn. We'll go back to Prempeh College and invite Prempeh Gali, the man of senior, to also debate.
Ladies and gentlemen, if you had access to a necromancer today, we would have summoned the spirit of the father of economics, Adam Smith, to tell the rich senior high school that reducing the income tax of women is not just an act of financial justice, but a symbol of our commitment to building a truly equitable society. By lowering the income tax of women, we are not just balancing the books, but rewriting the narrative of equality. The standing chairperson, panel of judges, ladies and gentlemen, the motion before this August House is quote and unquote, women should pay less income tax than men. From Prempeh College, I am Ametepe Gali Mano Sinu, subordinate speaker in support of the motion. The chair, for the development of sound argument given by my principal speaker, and per my role as a subordinate speaker, I'll further to provide arguments stipulating the benefits of lowering income tax for women to the nation and the world at large. To my premier point, the chair, the House, women should pay less income tax than men to help enhance women participation in entrepreneurship and businesses. Now the House, let's fix our eyes on the screens. Projected on our monitors is the list of the first 20 richest people on earth as of June 5, 2023. First 10, no woman. At number 12 is Miss Francois Bettencourt. Skipping 4 more men is Alice Walton, a philanthropist and an heiress to Walmart. Panel of judges, my point is simple. From this analogy, it is crystal clear that there are only few men browsing the business world. Madam Jackson, if you are to reduce the income tax rate paid by women, it will ginger more women to venture the big business world and become block entrepreneurs. Lovely audience following your multimedia, I know you are wondering why. We should have more female entrepreneurs and how it will benefit the nation. The chair, the House. Doing as the honest with the technical team, let's fix our eyes on the screens. A research from www.uoc.edu seeks to posit that the percentage rate of a woman to fail in establishing a business is 30%, and as for a man, a whopping 58%, meaning that a man has more chance of failing in a business than a woman. And so having more women and entrepreneurship, we can project a world of varied ideas, creativity, and invention. Another compelling benefit of allowing women to pay less income tax than men is that it will reduce the unemployment rate in the country. Madam Jackson, would you believe it if I told you that out of the 19,791,354 unemployed people in Ghana, 13,194,236 of them are all females? Wait, you think I'm picking it? According to 2022, according to the 2022 annual threshold income and expenditure survey, third quarter labor statistics published on 3rd May 2023 backs our claims. Now the chair, the House. The question is how unemployment rate is characterized by high income taxes. The chair, the House. For clear arguments and development, let's watch this video.
Hustle and bustle at the central business districts of Edo has been absent. Major shops have been locked up. Red pieces of clock Revenue Authority posted to their shops. Now that the shops are closed, how will I survive today? I am a single mother.
Dr. Peter, my point is simple. If we are to reduce the income tax rate paid by women, it will ginger more women to establish more businesses. Bear in mind, the establishment of more businesses requires large labor force, and this means that more job opportunities will be created, thereby reducing the unemployment rate in the country. This will increase the standard of living of the people. The standing chairperson, finally, point 3. Women should pay less income tax than men to help reduce poverty and welfare dependency in the nation. The chair, the House. Women are often overrepresented among low-income individuals and families. According to www.americanprogress.org, 21.4 million out of the 38.1 million poor people in America are all women. Also, according to www.scholarworks.com, 67.1% of the average poor in Ghana are women. This can go on and on and on and on. Evidently, women are poorer than men. My audience, my point is simple. If we are to reduce the income tax rate paid by women, it will boost their disposable income. A boost in the disposable income will increase their savings. Now, with enough to save and enough to spend, a woman found in the circle of the poor can rewrite her story. This will reduce the poverty rate in the country and as well increase the standard of living of the people. My audience, the word of life. Now, rebuttals. 1. My opponents claim that allowing women to pay less income tax than men would undermine equality and fairness. Let's share the House. This is a hasty conclusion. The idea of inequality was birthed from mere emotions and gender defensiveness. Let's share the House. Let me take you on a tour to the US Bureau of Labor Statistics, and you will know that in this 2023, women earn 82 cents out of every dollar one man makes. Yet this gender still pays less income tax than men. My opponents, reduce the income tax of women is just the catalyst for the equality you are shouting about. Again, the chair, the House. In their confusion, my opponents asserted that income tax is only levied on formal formal jobs, the chair, the house, there are two different types of income tax. One, personal income tax, and two, business income tax. A business income tax is the tax levied on people in the marketplace and others, so far as you are making a Ghana cedis of 402. Now the chair, the house, my opponent also asked the question, how is this possible? The chair, we from Prempeh College are aware that we will go through a bit of complexities in making this happen. But the chair, the house, no hospital is too far for the sick. So it means that if we go to reduce the income tax of women, this intervention will be a savior to our economies. I believe this is absolutely a worthy case to pursue. The chair, the house, they also mentioned that this will bring a breach to the law. I guess you didn't listen to the presentation of my principal speaker. According to the chapter 25 of the 1992 Constitution, there is amendment, which means that even the writers of the laws of our country knew that there will be a time where the laws cannot be tied into our legs like dogs. We would have to change them to help us suit the current dispensation. Let's check the house. My opponent also asserted that men will feel cheated. The chair, according to www.wvi.com, the elasticity rate of a man to react to taxation is 0.01, and the elasticity rate of a woman. Thank you.
So I have a very simple question for you. Are you enjoying your afternoon? Is it worth your while? Yes. All right. I'm enjoying myself as well, and I am really expectant because at this point in time we're going to call on a supporting speaker from the Rich School. She goes by the name Ekuya Konedu Edusa to also present to us her debate. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome her warmly with a round of applause.
Now, the first one, making women pay less income tax than men is discrimination against the men. Now, my opponents made it clear to us that generally men earn more than women, but we can also agree to an extent that there are many women who earn more than some men. So if we are saying that we should reduce the income tax of women, this is discrimination. In fact, according to the Article 17 Clause 2 of the 1992 Constitution, a person shall not be discriminated against on the grounds of gender or economic status. My opponent said that the law can be amended, but we should keep it in mind that this law is an entrenched law, meaning it will take a referendum to amend this law and many other processes which will create more confusion in the country. Now, to make this argument more sound, I will use my home as an example. My father is a professional teacher who earns less than 3,000 Ghana cedis net income. Meanwhile, my mom is making 10 times more than that amount. So if we say that my mother should pay less income tax than my father, it is discrimination against the men. I chair the house. Point 2. Making women pay less income tax than men is against the principles of equity. My opponent said that Adam Smith, who brought the principles of equity, who brought the principles of taxation, would go against this. But this same Adam Smith brought the principle of equity. The principle of equity are the horizontal and vertical principle of equity.
The horizontal equity principle says that equal salary, equal taxation. Now, all things being equal, the headmistress of Yasantua should receive the same income for the same work and same qualification as the headmaster of Prempeh College. So if we say that women should pay less income tax than men, meaning that the headmistress of Yasantua is going to pay less income than the headmaster income tax than the headmaster of Prempeh College. This is against the horizontal equity principle. My opponents are trying to correct discrimination with discrimination, and this is a contradiction in their argument. Also, the vertical equity principle says that the higher the salary, the higher the taxation. It is expected that the matron of Prempeh College should receive more income than the pantryman of Prempeh College. Now, according to what my opponents are saying, the matron should pay less income tax than the pantryman, although she is earning more than the pantryman. This is against the vertical equity principle, and so it cannot promote equity, which my opponents are trying to create here. Also, making women pay less income tax than men is against the principles of taxation. The principles of taxation are the guidelines that govern the design and implementation of a tax system. Now, the first principle says that there should be fairness and equality. By what we have established earlier, this principle is going to create more discrimination, and so it breaches the first principle of taxation, which means that it cannot stand. Also, there must be certainty in the tax policy. Now, my opponents have made a mistake by narrowing this debate to Ghana alone. Let us not forget that this debate is not limited to this country alone. What about countries like the USA, where LGBTQ+ is very high? There, a man can become a woman by simply saying, I identify as a woman. And the law will recognize him as a woman. So in such a country, if you say that the women should pay less income tax than the men, many men will become women just to enjoy this benefit. If apart from that, there are already people who have changed their gender, who have become women. So are those people going to pay less income tax? This shows that my opponent's argument cannot stand. So by suggesting the principle which goes against the principles of equity and the principles of taxation, it means that my opponent's argument is a DOA, dead on arrival. Also, my opponent said that by making women pay less income tax than men will be boosting women empowerment. Rather, this is false, because it is rather going to make women more inferior. Now, meaning that the employers can fire the women and ask them to reapply so that they can reduce their salary, because now they are paying less income tax. Also, what this means is that the women are not going to be allowed to attain higher office. A woman cannot become a president if we make women pay less income tax than men, because your whole life you've been paying less income tax, so why should we allow you to become a president? Also, this is allowing women to pay less income tax than men is a form of welfare. Even President Obama, who contributed trillions of money to welfare, said that clearly welfare discourages hard work. So making women pay less income tax than men is going to discourage hard work. Now, the video evidence my opponent showed, it showed a woman who is in the informal sector, meaning she does not pay income tax. Income tax is deducted from a person's salary, and it is transferred to the bank, to the government. So if this woman is not paying any income tax, which income tax are they telling us to reduce for her? Also, my opponents are suggesting a tax reduction for women. Now, they were not bold enough to suggest the percentage, but then we can agree that in order to solve the problem that they are saying that women have, the quantum of relief should be quite high, so meaning we are talking about like 50%. But let us not forget that our country, our economy is in the intensive care unit of the IMF teaching hospital. Our economy is
Listen, to you all. all in this auditorium, please indulge me. One more time, show these debaters some love. They have shown to all of us this afternoon that they did not just invest their time in preparation to come and debate, but they have also invested in many other ways to buttress their points. I have learned a lot from these two schools. And if you're not angry with me, and I pray you're not, please once again show them some love. If you're on Facebook and you're not dropped any comments yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. If you're on Facebook and you're not dropped any comments yet, I don't know what you're waiting for. You are enjoying the debate in this auditorium here at the Christian Service University College. Let's hear from you. So it's LUV 99.5 FM. That's how you can get us on Facebook. So we've heard from both principal and supporting speakers on the motion, women should pay less income tax than men. We're wrapping up. It's now time for us to invite the principal speaker from Prempeh College, Bersiama Alfred Akwesi, to bring to us the summaries. Once again, a round of applause for him.
The Honorable Chairperson, ladies and gentlemen, today we have embarked on a journey of passion, intellect, and academic discourse. Ladies and gentlemen, I mount this podium again to read a summary of the points raised by my subordinate speaker and myself. The chair, for clear arguments and development, we split arguments into two dimensions. So in the first phase of our argument, we debated that women should pay less income tax than men. We debated on why women should pay less income tax than men and the socio-economic benefits it has for womanhood, where we stated that 1, reducing the income tax of women than men will boost women empowerment. 2, the reduction in the income tax of women than men will cater for the pay care burden. 3, women have lots of other taxes to pay, so the reduction in their income taxes is fair enough. 4, women should pay less income tax than men because of the income distributions of the two parties. And finally, reducing the income tax of women more than men will bridge gender equity, which will lead to gender equality. The chair, in the second phase of our argument, we debated on how the reduction in the income taxes of women than men will benefit the socio-economic environment, which men are included. In this phase, we debated that women should pay less income tax than men to enhance women's participation in entrepreneurship and businesses. 7, women should pay less tax than men to help reduce the level of unemployment. 8, women should pay less income tax than men to help reduce poverty and welfare dependency in the country. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Madam Lucy, Madam Jackson, and even Mrs. Okrebu-Ansan will not forgive me if I leave this podium without refuting and rebutting some baseless assertions raised by my opponents. My opponents with their huge boards and their whole presentation wanted to charm us into believing that we have only one type of income tax. That means that people in the formal sectors are only taxed income taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a blatant lie in its highest order. This is because in my introduction, I stated that we have 2 types of income tax. That is 1, personal income tax, and 2, businesses income tax. And for instance, in Ghana, people in sole proprietorship and partnership are charged on their incomes, irrespective of any economic factor, as long as they earn 402 cedis and above. So the fact that your mother earns 3 times your father's salary doesn't mean that my mother's shop should not be taxed. Ladies and gentlemen, they also asserted that only 31% of women are in the formal sector. Oh, this I've rebutted it. 2, they said that civil disobedience and chaos is as a result of women paying less income tax. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponents have totally deviated from the motion because such a point has no direct bearing with the motion at hand. Show me the motion before the August House, and I repeat, women should pay less income tax than men. You should do your researches next time and come back again. But they again asserted that labor force consists of more women than men, which again is a blatant lie. This is because if they had listened to the presentation of my subordinate speaker very well, they would have realized that we have 2/3 of women unemployed. So for what my opponents are asserting is totally a lie. My opponents again asserted that we have limited our arguments to only Ghana. Oh dear, give us a break. We cited examples from the US Bureau of Statistics and the Fox, and I don't mean any of these organizations are found in the room. And then you want to come back again next time. Ladies and gentlemen, my opponents again asserted that They alluded that individual circumstances should be used in taxation, not gender. This has exactly been our cry, that women are living examples of the faction who are disadvantaged in such circumstances, except for lower income taxes. Ladies and gentlemen, in their argument, they confuse themselves by saying that women to an extent already have lower income taxes. This is a blatant lie. The renowned Tax Foundation reports the worldwide average statutory corporate income tax rate as 23.37%. So there is no up-to-date and no credible tax research to this, except, of course, your credible evidence. They again alluded that lowering the taxes for women will decrease the government revenue. Prof, please tell them that if we reduce the income tax of women, it will boost their disposable income, which will make them invest in funds and skills development, which in turn will generate another revenue for the government. The House. Rest in peace.
Alright, so at this point in time, I will not take too much of your time. I just want to invite to the microphone the principal speaker for the Rich School to bring us the summers. The name is Josiah Akwete Lulu. Welcome him with a round of applause as he brings us the summers. And then we'll call it today. Josiah, please.
You may brag on the stage, but for your pride we will cage. On the war we can wage, as Jehovah is our hedge. For we are
the Rich School 1966.
We are
the Rich School 1966.
We are
the Rich School 1966.
Honorable panel of judges, I have mounted the stage once again to give a summary on what my colleague and I already stated in this debate. In this debate, we argued that women should not pay less income taxes than men because 1, it does not make their lives better. 2, it is a problem-solution mismatch. 3, it strengthens the economic power of only a few women. 4, it breeds civil disobedience and chaos. 5, it does not make economic sense. 6, it is discrimination against men. 7, it breaches the principles of equity. And 8, it breaches the principles of taxation. Now, I'm not going to spend much time here, but before I sit, I would like to make some rebuttals on the outrageous statements that my opponent said. Now, my opponents, I would like to first say that before you come here, you must work on how you hear your things. Because never once did we say that to some extent, women are paid low income already. We said that to some extent, some women are paid higher salaries than men. Therefore, you contradicted yourself. Moving on, my opponent said that by making women pay less income taxes, we will promote gender equality. However, gender equality should be promoted through comprehensive measures that address biases, that provide equal opportunities, and that challenge societal norms. Implementing gender-based tax differentiation may lead to even some negative effects, such as tokenism and undermining women's achievements based on merit. Now, I would also like to say that my opponent's whole argument is based on an appeal to pity fallacy. They said that women should pay less income tax because they are already suffering from the domestic work that they work at home, because they are not paid good enough incomes. But the chair, this is an appeal to pity fallacy. And furthermore, I must like to say that there is a better way of solving all this. We have laws which the government can enforce. Therefore, we should then make the government enforce these laws to strengthen the economic power of women and make all men and women get paid a fair living wage. Furthermore, I would also like to say that my opponents are saying that women already pay some taxes. Are they then saying that men do not pay taxes? Are they saying that women pay more taxes than men? If that is so, then why are you saying that we must make women pay less taxes? Moving on, I would like to thank my opponents for making things clear that in Ghana here, things are getting very expensive. They also mentioned that if we reduce women's income tax, that we will increase their disposable income. Now, I would like to ask them a question. Increasing women's pay and reducing the taxes they pay, which one will make their disposable income higher? This is a simple economics question, and I am sure that it will come in your BEC. Now, moving on, I would like to say that my opponents, moving on again, my opponents, they said that increasing their pay will help women and will help women increase their disposable income. But as again, I've already rebutted this, and I would like to say that let us battle this inflation by making the government enforce these laws again. However, I must again say that we never said that by making women pay less income taxes, we will breach laws. But I said that it will lead to civil disobedience. Again, you also said that this has nothing to do with this debate. But I must tell you that we made this argument to show the negative effects of making women pay less income taxes than men. This is important in making sure that we implement the right policy to help women in the economy. Let's share the help.
Alright, so we're done with the debates. What we are waiting for now, amongst a few other things, is for the results to be available, and then we get to know which school will advance to the next stage of the competition. But ladies and gentlemen, at this point in time, let's all show these debaters some love. Who's answer number 4? Prempeh College debaters, Brasiama Alfred Akwesi, and Amatepe Dali, Emmanuel Senior. And from the which school, we have Ekia Konebu, and Bisam and let me tell you about Pepsodent. Listen, get Pepsodent Cavity Fighter, Pepsodent Charcoal White, or the Pepsodent Herbal today for protection from cavities caused by food and drinks. We all eat, we all drink, and we need to protect our teeth. Repair tiny, invisible holes in your teeth. It also gently polishes away tooth stains, protects your gum, and naturally restores your bright smile with Pepsodent. Don't forget to brush your teeth in the morning and the evening. Pepsodent, every smile matters. Now let's talk about a very special drink. It's called the Rasta Choco Malt. Introducing the all-new Rasta Choco Malt, a feel of real chocolate malt, sorghum and caramel with the right amount of hops. Your best bet for the best chocolate malt drink is Rasta Choco Malt. Grab a bottle of Rasta Choco Malt with a new look and the same great taste at any supermarket. Rasta Choco Malt is proudly made in Ghana by Trillium Industrial Company Limited. Jackson Education College, studying in Malta. Listen, are you ready to bridge the gap between academia and industry and become a dynamic leader in the ever-evolving business landscape? Unlock your path to success with a Master of Business Administration degree at the Central Mediterranean Business School. That is a CMBS, in collaboration with Jackson Education Complex or College, with their transformative learning experience that combines of both worlds. Jackson Education College, practicality, employability, and quality. Let's talk about Cowbell from Kumasi Ghana Limited. Of course, Cowbell is our milk. Madam Catherine has a physiotherapy unit, eye clinic, general clinic services, laboratory, 3G, ultrasound, non-linear systems, radionics, and many more. Now, Madam Catherine blood tonic is recommended for ladies with menstrual pains. The lady a while ago said, as I stand here, I'm menstruating. I don't know whether she's menstrual pains. I can give her some Madam Catherine to But it also has to do with the pain. Individuals with low blood or recovering from illnesses can also take Madam Catherine blood tonic. Locate Madam Catherine at Bodi here in Kumasi. Let's talk about rice. And none other rice but the very best rice on the market. Fortune Rice and Frytol from Wilma. Enjoy mouth-watering dishes with Frytol, a vitamin A fortified oil that promotes good vision. With Frytol, all your spicy fried chicken and chips, jollof and fried goat meat. And that straight fried rice just got better. Welcome friends and family to that feast. Prepare with Frytol and taste the crunchiness of every bite. Remember, with Frytol, every mealtime is memorable party. Frytol, you deserve a life of goodness. And of course, Christian Service University College. We're sitting in this beautiful auditorium comfortably. Let's put our hands together for the Christian Service University College. And they are admitting students for the 2023-2024 academic year. Undergraduate and master's programs are offered at CSUC with morning, evening, and weekend schedules for all students. Now, CSUC offers half scholarship for prospective students with an aggregate of 6 to 15. Look at CSUC, a Star Junction here at Santasi in Kumasi. Patricia,
Great.
you good?
Yes, I'm good.
What do you have in your hands there?
Well, I have some Great news also coming from some of our supporters and our partners on this big platform, and so we'd like to say thank you to all of them.
But you know, Becca is also here, and she's been on Facebook for God knows how long.
I know, right?
I know people have dropped some comments. Becca, please, what are people saying on Facebook? Please welcome them with a round of applause for them.
Alright, David, so we have a lot of messages coming through. Akia Terrier says, I prophesy that Prempeh is first. Millicent Akia says, Prempeh's supporting speaker is the best laugh. Desmond Elliott says, watching you guys from the land of Akufo. I must say that the blood should be green today. PC all the way. Okay, so I think this is my favorite comment. This is coming from Amos. He says, I wonder how the judges are going to declare the winner. They are all superb and I salute them all. I wish time could have permitted the lady to go further. I enjoyed her argument. Says, them to rich school, you can do it. And says both schools are doing well. The list goes on and on. We'll come back to that after acknowledging our sponsors. Patricia.
Absolutely. And are you thinking of making a mark in the IT career world? And look no further than Pidato Limited Company. Now we offer technological services like software and website development, graphic design, social media management, consultation for business documentation and certification. We also offer data collection and data analysis research services. Locate us at Atonsu S-Line Kumasi. Pidato Company Limited, Innovations, Solutions, Empowering Growth.
And if it is your desire to start your own business, then New Life Entrepreneurship Training Center is here for you. We train Ghanaians with entrepreneurial mindset and skills to establish businesses. We run short-term, medium, and long-term courses on entrepreneurship, skills development, and general education. Admission is open for our regular evening and weekend classes at an affordable fee. You can locate us opposite Love and Insure FM at Boxer Traffic Light.
And also introducing Ghana Hair Therapeutics. They are the proud producers of Ghana Balm. Yes, right here in my hand. Beautiful packaging. They also produce Prostate Joy and Ghana Man. Now, Ghana Balm is for the treatment of joint pains, muscle ache, rheumatic pains, skin disease, swells, and also nasal congestion. Prostate Joy is for the treatment and prevention of prostate enlargement, prostate cancer, and urinary tract infections. Now, all these products have been approved by the FDA, and they are available in all pharmacies and drugstores nationwide.
And if you're also looking for a wedding ring, engagement ring, or promise ring, then come to St. Ben Jewelry for quality and affordable white gold, yellow gold, rose gold, and silver rings. Get your earrings, bracelets, watches, and all accessories at St. Ben Jewelry. If you also need to customize your jewelry for a friend or polish your rings or jewelry, St. Ben Jewelry is the best place to visit. We have flexible payment plans and special packages for you. Find us at Amakum opposite Edward Nassar and Doom at Chelsea House opposite Standard Chartered Bank. St. Ben's Jewelry, just dream it and it will be done.
I think I will let everyone in on the secret. We understand that the two schools, today the motion they argue for and against is an economics topic, and they actually got all their filler coming in from One Touch Publications. Okay, so One Touch Publications, they are your one-stop shop for all your government and economic textbooks. They also have the past questions also for you, and so if you're senior high school, this is the approved textbook by NACA that you need to go for. One Touch Publications, they are serving us with One Touch Economics and One Touch Government textbooks.
Think Positive Travel and Educational Consults assist everyone who wants to travel outside to work or to study abroad. We also help you with flight bookings, hotel reservations, visa assistance, passport and birth certificates. We also operate a real estate agency that is into the sale of litigation freelance, property management, architecture designs, and building construction. You can locate Think Positive Travel and Educational Consults and Think Positive Real Estate Agency at Amojo opposite Absa Bank, adjacent Oasis of Love Church.
Let's also say thank you to CBS Industries. They are your home of quality roofing materials and also construction materials for that dream home that you are building. I'd like to also say thank you to 3P Garlic Mixture. It is 100% pure garlic extract and natural plant juice full of vitamins and minerals. 3P garlic mixture is an immune booster effectively formulated for the treatment of high blood pressure, menstrual pains, high sugar levels, numbness, obesity, stroke, asthma, difficult or frequent urination, bloated stomach, and so much more. Now, 3P garlic comes in a glass bottle with a red cover and red garlic on the label. It is available in all pharmacy and herbal shops, and it is also approved by the FDA.
And for your trendy, classy wears, shoes, bags, accessories for all occasions, look no further. Look to Ultimate Fashion, located at a Doom opposite Podium for all the things that you need. We also have everything for your kids as well.
Let's also say thank you to Dawood Herbal. They are presenting the Dawood 360 capsules for waist pains and rheumatism. Dawood ointment is also good for the treatment of joint pains, general body pains, rheumatism, and you can combine the two for quick relief. Dawood Herbal products are certified by the FDA and available in all pharmacies and herbal shops nationwide.
Okay, Patricia, we still have some messages coming in. We have this one coming from Don Leslie. He says, the battle is the Lord's. Cyril Nat says, kudos to the principal speaker for Ridge School. Wagner says, we call upon the spirit of Prempeh College. Elliot Obuku says, Prempeh College, heat. William Mensa says, go hard, lady. Titus also says, what I pray is for all the judges to, okay,
you
go for it.
What I'm saying. Anyway, let me continue. And Patricia Pluche says, Rich School, excellence, humility, service, Putin, Kantan. Efia Adria Party says, you are all winners, bravo. Real Pascal says, no school by the college, amount for seniors. Isa Alisa says, I'm from Prempeh College Basic A. Lord Inti says, Rich School 1966, fire, Lipodisi adds there. Now, Don Leslie also sends us this one on our Facebook timeline. He says, greetings from Kuhis to the girls debate, to the girl debating. So, Prince Berry says, how can a beginner compete with a graduate? No matter we try. Blessing Chukuma says, I'm Prempeh College, Prempeh all the way. With God on your side, see you emerge as the winner. Lord Inti says, Kuhis supports you, Rich School. Okay, interesting comments right there. And let's take this one coming in from St. Michael. He says, Ghana is an intensive care unit at the IMF Teaching Hospital. Wow, I can't stop laughing. Good luck to the Rich School. Minerva also says, seriously, the judges are in a deliberate, okay, so he adds some love emojis there. Prince Perry says, Prempeh College, bravo. Young Noel says, Prempeh never disappoints. And Watson Jeffrey, I'm going to end on him. He says, Rage is winning.
Patricia,
yes.
Where did you school?
My school won the 3rd edition.
That was not what I asked.
Don't worry, I'm coming there now. But unfortunately, we couldn't make it to the 5th edition. I'm talking about St. Monica's Girls Senior High School. That's all we want to know. That is it. But David, over to you.
Becca, where did you school? Alright, so we're still waiting to have the results and announce them. But which school do you think is winning? Hold on. Which school is winning? Alright, so we've got some 10 minutes, huh? And I want to split the 10 minutes between the two schools here and this on the trail. So 5 minutes for Prempeh College, 5 minutes for the Rich School 1966. I'm out for. Listen, I love your energy. You know what? I want you to stand and give us some 4 minutes of morale. The 4 minutes is counting. of applause for yourselves. Thank you very much, Prempeh College. There is school 1966. Are you ready? Are you ready? So give us some morale. 4 minutes.
Everywhere we go.
Unfortunately, one school will be eliminated. Fortunately, one school will advance to the next stage of the competition. Now, before I announce the results, please settle down for me. Thank you very much. Before I announce the results, I'd like us to put hands together one more time for our chairman or chairperson, and of course the ambassador for the organizing the game, the captain. Thank you very much. To our judges, Professor Ofosu, Dr. Peter Arthur, Dr. Boku. The comments that came through, people say, Charlie, they don't have you guys at all, but you've done your job. The results are here. Let's start with the results from Prempeh College. When we talk about organization and clarity, one of the judges scored 25 for Prempeh College, another scored 26, and the other 24. So very close, 24, 25, 26. It sums up to 75. By way of argument and development, another judge scored 23, the other scored 27, and the third judge scored 24, put together 74. Effective use of rebuttal. One judge scored 10, another scored 9, the other scored 11, it amounts to 13. Let's talk about presentation style. 13 was the score given by one judge, 12 by another, and 12 yet by the other, amounts to 37. And their role as a particular debater, a judge scored 10, another scored 7, the other scored 8. So let's do the calculation. 75, 74, 30, 37, 25. It amounts to 241 for Prempeh College. A round of applause for the green lights. So now the results for the school. Same style. Organization and clarity, one judge scored 24, one scored 22, the other scored 21, put together 67. Argument and development, one judge scored 21, another scored 27, the other 21, amounts to 69. Then effective use of rebuttals. One of the judges scored 9, another scored 9, and the other scored 11, put together 29. Now, by way of presentation style, 11 was a score given by one of the judges, 11 by yet another, and then 12 by the other, amounted to 34. The role as a particular debater, one judge scored 8, and another scored 6, and yet the other scored 8. So let's do the calculation. 67, 69, 29, 34, 22, 221 points. So Prempeh College of the Love of High School debate. Now, Prempeh College, I like the fact that you want to jubilate and all that, but let's say one more time your school anthem. One more time, very quickly. Prempeh College, your school anthem, as you celebrate your victory. Very quickly, please. Prempeh, very quickly, please. Your anthem, please. Prempeh, your school anthem, please. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, the seniors. Prempeh College, congratulations to you. Better luck next time to the Reschool 1966. At this point in time, I'll take a minute to do some presentations. I'll call on the general manager for the multimedia group here.